All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And the name of this video is going to be "The Time Truly Is at Hand." Okay, now I am, just doing a little walk and talk here. I'm not, I don't have the scriptures with me, but, I'm just going to, let the Spirit flow, man. Okay, you can go to, what is that, Revelation, I want to say 21st chapter. It says what? That the time truly is at hand right now. Okay, the time truly is at hand right now. And what does that mean? What does that mean that the time is truly at hand? That means what? That the time, to get right is truly coming to an end. What is that? If you go to, I want to say Isaiah 55 and verse 6, it says what? Seek the Lord while he might be found. Call upon him while he is near. Okay, because the Lord is near right now, man. Okay, Yahweh is giving the people an opportunity to get right now. Okay, that's why the Lord has his prophets out here, starting with the men of Great Millstone, which of course is sincere shalom to the brothers in Great Millstone, and all the other brothers, throughout the world, right, pushing the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, right, a sincere shalom to all those brothers, man. Okay, but the Lord has his prophets out here, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar, Gabar, Aram, Lab, and Rakah, on down, man. Okay, because he's giving the people an opportunity to hear these words right now. Okay, because the Lord is just, man. Okay, he's not just gonna, destroy these people, without warning them beforehand. No, he's gonna give the people a warning. Okay, and that's what you people have right now, man. Okay, the prophets, specifically Great Millstone. Okay, you have other Hebrew Israelite groups out here, but a lot of those cats, man, they're taking stuff out of the scriptures, man. Okay, Sakari's going off, GOCC is going off, ISUPK is going off, and all the other groups, man. Okay, ISUPK, I'm not sure if I remember, all the other groups, One Body in Yahweh Shai. A lot of these cats are going off, man. You got guys saying that Yahweh Shai didn't perform miracles when he was on earth. You got guys saying that the book of Hebrews is not inspired of the Most High. You have guys saying that you don't have to worship Yahweh Shai, right? So it just shows you, man, there's a lot of, there's a lot of, stuff going on, among these other camps out here, man. Okay, so, you got to get with the right camp, man. All right, either get with Great Millstone or get with ETT. Okay, because ETT is, I'm not what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not affiliated with Great Millstone. But with that being said, we will sincerely say, right, ETT will sincerely say that the apostles of Great Millstone, truly are, the elders of all Israel, man, right? Those are, the Lord's dealing with those men. Okay, the Lord is dealing with Elder Apostle Tahar, Gabar, Aram Lab, Rakah. Okay, so I would, entreat those men as being, spiritual fathers in this truth. Okay, so, at the end of the day, man, getting back to what I was saying, is, the time truly is at hand right now to get right. Okay, because you don't have much time left, man, looking at what's going on in the world. Those doors of mercy, so to speak, are coming to a close, man. Right, this society is about to collapse, man. And you can see it, right? The time of Jacob's trouble, right? Also called the Great Tribulation. It's clearly here, man. Right? We're just not, or let me rephrase myself. It's clearly almost here. Okay, we're just in the beginning stages of it. If you go to Matthew 24, it speaks about, the birth pains that are going to happen leading up to the time of that Great Tribulation. Okay, it says what? There'll be famines, pestilences, earthquakes, uproars of the people in the world. Okay, and all these things are going to be happening. Okay, but then it said under that what? That the end is not yet. Okay, there will be certain other things that have to happen, such as the MOB, which is that chip. Okay, these things all have to happen, man, and they're all going to happen very quickly. Okay, so, the time of the prophets, warning the people, it's almost coming to a close, man. Okay, we've been out here for years. I've been on this platform teaching for a good, 5 years. The apostles have been out there since the 80s teaching. Okay, they've been out there since the 80s, warning the people. And I mean, hell, that's pretty much double my life, man. I that's pretty much double the amount of time that I've been alive for, right? That the apostles have been out there teaching, man. Okay, so, the Lord has enough, man. Okay, the Lord's clearly bringing the hammer down on this place. Babylon the Great, aka, America. This place is clearly coming to a close, man. And that's not me who's saying that. You just have the, even these average simps in the world, I don't know what the hell is going on. Even they can tell you that. Okay, that everyone can see what's happening, man. Okay, that this place, Babylon the Great, is clearly on its decline. And it can't be ignored, right? We can't just say that's not true. It's very clear. It's very clear, right? It's very clear, that just looking at, let's say an economic standpoint, this place can't go on anymore, man. Okay, these people are absolutely done out here, man. These people are through. Okay, these Babylonians, right? These Americans are completely done, man. Okay, everybody is worn out. Everybody's tired, right? Nobody wants to work, for this, excuse my language, but this shit money, man. Nobody wants to work for this anymore. That's why if you go to all these businesses, everybody's hiring, but nobody wants to work. Why? Because now people are finally starting to see. Okay, now everybody's starting to see that this American dream that they've been sold their entire life is a lie, man. And you can read about this in, what is that, Isaiah the 24th chapter, right? The mirth of the land is gone, right? All faces gather blackness, which just means what? That all faces gather sadness is what it's talking about. Okay? So it just shows you, man, that, Babylon the Great, aka America, this place is done, man. And that's not what ETT's saying. That's the words of the Most High God, man. All right, because the Bible is clearly proving itself to be divinely inspired, man. Because if that's not so, well, how is it that all the events that are happening right now were clearly predicted on the Holy Scriptures? Right, there'd be earthquakes, the uproars of the people, pestilences. You can't even speak about that anymore on YouTube. Right, the sea situation. You know what I'm talking about. Right, isn't that a pestilence? So you see, everything that Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Christ, warned us about, back in those times, all that's clearly happening. So guys will sit there and bash you for believing in the Bible, but yet here it is, everything that we're seeing happening in the world right now was clearly foretold in the text. I mean, it can't be ignored at this point. If you go to one of my favorites, right, 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, start at the first verse on down, it says what? That, when there shall be seen earthquakes and the uproars of the people in the world, and then you'll know that this is a time where the highest will begin to visit the world. Right, and that's what we're seeing right now. Every day there's an earthquake happening all over the world. There's multiple different earthquakes. There's all types of riots going on. I mean, hell, man, look what happened over in Philadelphia last year, man. There was literally, what, like, I want to say a whole block of stores literally got raided, man. There was literally thousands of people running around raiding these stores, right? Foot Locker, Walmart, even the Dollar Tree got raided, right? Just like, what's that guy? Just like the Wolf Pit would say, right? His own personal adult playground, the Dollar Tree. Inside joke. Right? I mean, hell, I wouldn't be surprised if the Wolf Pit was one of those who, instead of raiding the damn Walmart, guy be going to the damn Dollar Tree. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be surprised if the Wolf Pit was one of those raiders. Just messing around. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, man, there were so many people out there that if you pull up the footage and watch, the police showed up, to the scene, but they just stood around. They were just sitting there talking because they couldn't do anything. There was too much that was happening. There was too many people running around robbing the place that the quote unquote authorities showed up and they couldn't even do anything. They just stood around and were talking amongst, each other, just sitting back and relaxing while everybody's, running in the store, stealing. I mean, hell, there could have been stabbings that were going on inside. There could have been anything that was going on. People were just running in, grabbing what they want, throw it in the car, run back a few more times because the police ain't going to do nothing. They were just sitting there watching because there was thousands of people at one time, robbing the store, man. So it just shows you, man, perilous times are coming, man. Okay, and that's why the scriptures also say in the Apocrypha, got idiots out here saying the Apocrypha isn't inspired and that the Apocrypha doesn't contain prophecy. Well, I clearly quoted a prophecy in the Apocrypha because the word prophecy means to say before. Okay, that's what the word prophecy means. It means to say something before it happens. Okay, that's what the word means. Look that up. So if you read, 2nd Ezra 15 to 16, those are deep, man. It says what? That a man will not regard, his neighbor, right? That they'll kill them and steal their goods, okay, for the lack of food. You can read that yourself. So what does that mean? People are just going to be robbing houses, not to steal their flat screen TVs or their, Apple Watch or their, gold and silver, but rather to raid the pantry. You can read that yourself. That's what it says, right? Not to steal their valuables, but rather to take their groceries, for lack of better words. And that's what you're having going on right now, man. I was at the store, 2 months ago. I shared the story before, but it has to be said again. These people are getting so desperate, man. I was at the store. I was at the damn Dollar General, where I was just getting my drink. And as I was checking out, there was this one Jake there who, was looking all around, to make sure no one's watching them. As I was walking through the store, I was like, yeah, this guy, looks like he's on something, or, looks like he's, trying to steal something, is what I thought to myself, right? Premeditated is what I was thinking, right? Like, oh, this guy, something doesn't seem right with this guy. Guy's looking around his shoulder at everyone that walks by. So lo and behold, the guy runs out the store, alarm goes off, they yell at him to come back in, and he does. And, he plays it off saying, no, he don't have anything. But when they threaten to call the, quote-unquote authorities on him, he ended up giving it back. And all he was trying to steal was a pair of socks for himself and a pair of socks for his child, which would come to roughly $5 for both of them, right? So $5. So that guy was risking, getting caught and getting put in prison for $5, man. Okay, so it shows you how desperate people are getting out here, man. Okay, and that's sad to see, being the person I was. I would have, of course, purchased it for my, for the man. I would have bought it for him if I knew it was for, him and his child, right? I would have bought it for him. You know what I'm saying? That's just the person I am. Okay, and here's another little food for thought real quick. If you go to, what is that, Matthew, the 25th chapter, right? We're speaking about the judgment day. You're going to read that, and what does it say? Christ said that, when you saw these people in the world who were poor, were hungry, were naked, you didn't help these people, because Christ was speaking to two groups of people. The one group of people did help those who were in need, did feed those who were hungry, did visit the ones who were put in prison, right? Did clothe the unclothed. But then there was another group who did not those things. So Christ condemned the ones who did not do those things, but then he justified the ones who did. But then they all asked him, well, when did we see you, in those situations? When did we see you hungry? When did we see you in prison? And Christ told them that, it wasn't actually me, but it is rather the people in the world who you saw in those situations. Okay, so that clearly cuts these guys out here, man, that are not, telling you to help out other people, man. Okay, you are to help out other people, man. Okay, that's, you should be doing that. Because if you're not, you're going to get judged for that, man. Okay, and that ain't going to be good. Okay, so you should have the spirit of giving. Okay, you should have the spirit of, of helping out other people, man. Okay, that's just, the right spirit to be in. Okay, because guys are out there, just looking at people. Is this person an Edomite? Is this person a Moabite? And if they see a white person or they see a Chinese person, they're not going to give them any money just because they look like, those people. That's going off, man. Even if they do end up being people of those nations, then hey, it is what it is. But with that being said, you know, you should still help those people. Did not Yahushua help the Sumerian woman? He didn't have to do that because she wasn't an Israelite, but he still helped her though. All right, so doesn't that prove that we should help those who are of the other nations if even Yahushua himself did it? All right, so that's a cut. And even brothers in Great Millstone, we're on there saying, oh, you don't got to help people who are of the other nations. We don't care about them. Well, the question I have is, well, how do you know? Because there's confusion to face Israelites. So that person who you refuse to help, he could have been a brother. He could have been an Israelite. All right, because there's confusion to face Israelites. There's Israelites who look like all nations of people on earth. So if you refuse to help somebody, that could have been an Israelite. Better yet, that could have been an angel. Scriptures say some men have entertained angels unaware. All right, I'll give an example. When the angels went to Lot's house, and what is that, Genesis 19th chapter? They appeared as men. Okay, so he didn't know that they were angels until they revealed that to him. Another good example, if you read about the book of Tobit, right? I believe it was Tobit's son, right? Tobias, I believe. Had to refresh my mind with the memory of the text, but you can read about that, right? Tobit's son Tobias was with a man. He needed a man to join him to go on a journey to collect money that a man owed to his father, right? So what happened was he found a man that appeared to be an average man, right? And he went with him on this journey. But later it was revealed that it was actually an holy angel, man. Okay, but he appeared to be an average human being. Excuse my stutter. All right? He looked like an average man, but he turned out to be an angel, man. Okay, so that proves the point that you're going to have some people who, might actually be spiritual entities, man. I remember watching a video online somebody posted. It was from one of the, there was a building, right? It had a camera, aiming at the fence. There was just a guy, sitting there, with his back, turned against a road. And, what happened was a man walked past him and he put his hand on his shoulder. And some of you might have seen this. Okay, but the man looked around, behind him to see who touched him. And what happened when he done that, he seen this gate that was flying back at him. And if the gate would have hit him, man, he possibly could have gotten knocked out cold or possibly died, man. Or that gate was coming, quick. But the point of the matter is that man could have been an angel, man. All right, because he touched a man before the gate came. So how did he know? Okay, and if you watch the video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so it's very weird, man. Okay, it could have just been a coincidence, but it really makes you wonder. All right, because as the scriptures say, some men have entertained angels unaware. Okay, you never know, man. Okay, you might come across, I'll give an example. A few years back, man, I was getting my goods at the store, right? And then there was a woman who appeared to be an Edomite woman, out there with her child, right? And she was, a single mother. She was asking for, some money. I only came with a certain amount of money to get the goods that I needed that day. But I decided, you know what, I'll give that money to that woman, to feed her and her child. Okay, that was the right thing to do. And I wasn't sitting there saying, is this woman a Edomite? And if she is, well, I'm not going to help her. You know what? No, I'm not going to think like that. You know what? If they're in need, then I'll do the right thing and I'll help out. Right? Because you have a lot of brothers out there, man, who that might come back and bite them in the ass on Judgment Day, man. Right? Because Christ might tell them, well, why didn't you help that person who you seen? They asked you to help them, but you turned them down just because of the color of their skin. All right, that might come back and bite some of you in the behind, man, on Judgment Day, because I've seen a lot of brothers out there, man, who think like that. Okay, which, yeah, of course I know that, the other nations, are servants, right? They're going to be, subject to Israel and the kingdom. I know that, but I'm saying that, we know that there are confusion to face Israelites. Okay, so with that being said, you don't know if someone's, you know, of your people or not just because of what they look like physically. All right, the scriptures speak about that the Lord doesn't look on the outward appearance of a man, but the Lord looks on the heart. Okay, so you might have a man who looks like an Edomite, but he might actually be an Israelite. Or you might have a Chinese man who actually might be an Israelite. Okay, even though they look like heathen people, that doesn't mean that they actually are. I have this one coon on the comment board. I believe his name is Douglas or something. He keeps coming back and trying to, calls me, mind of God, heathens. You try to discuss with him why he believes that, to get his understanding. He quotes no scriptures. If you try to put up a scripture, he won't even address it. He'll just sit there and say, well, you guys are just trying to steal our heritage. It's like, well, wait a second. If I'm a heathen, well, why do I have more faithful works than you have? And he didn't respond to that part, though, because this guy had no videos on his page. Right, so that just shows you, man, a lot of these cats out here, they think they're in the know. They're going to find out on that day, man, that the Lord wasn't dealing with them. Okay, so, not to get too far off track from, the video title. The point that I'm getting at is, the time truly is at hand right now, man. Okay, use your time wisely, man, because, hey, look, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai are getting ready to close things up, man. Right, to close the curtain, so to speak, right, on the world. Right, so Judgment Day is around the corner, man. And that goes for both the good and the righteous, man. Okay, so we want to, do the best that we can, right now, to serve the Lord, okay, to the best of our ability. So when that day of judgment comes, we might be counted worthy of receiving salvation, man. Okay, everything's going to be weighed in the balance, man. Scripture's saying man will give an answer to every word he speaks, man. Okay, that goes for me, that goes for you, that goes for the good, that goes for the wicked. Every man's going to have to take into account, the things that you've done. Right, you're going to be judged off the righteous things you've done in your life, but you're also going to be, the wicked things are also going to be taken into consideration. Okay, so it's like a balance, so to speak. Okay, there's going to be a balance. All right, what side does it fall on? Have you done more wickedness? Or have your righteousness made up for it? Another thing as well, the scriptures speak about giving. Okay, whether that be to the ministry, to the poor, to the needy. Okay, or whatever it is. The scriptures say that giving, right, charity covers a multitude of sins. And you can look that up yourself. That's in the scriptures. It says charity covers a multitude of sins. Okay, so you got to take all this into consideration, man. But you shouldn't be going around, just trying to do good works, just to get rewarded. And that's what some of these Christians are doing. They're not doing good works just, so they can be a good person. They're just doing works so that Christ sees it, so they can, try to make it. That's all they're doing. And I'm not at all saying all of them are. I'm not saying that. But you have people out there, and even brothers in this truth. Okay, they might do things that are good just to be seen of the Most High. Not that they're actually trying to do it to be a good person, but rather so they can get, fame from it, so to speak, right? They can be called, a good person. That's what some brothers out here doing, man. You don't want to be doing it like that. All right, you just want to be doing it sincerely. Okay, which I might change the title of this video because I primarily focused on, giving and whatnot. So I might change the title of the video to see we'll see what happens. But the point of the matter is still clear, man. Okay, that, the time truly is at hand right now. Okay, so we're at the time now where you got to get right, man. Okay, because that time's running out, man. Okay, the time to get right is clearly coming to a close here, man. And you can see it. All right, very soon, without getting that juice, you're not going to be able to enter into a building, man. All right, and that's going to be a time where you're going to be tested, man. Right, the hour of temptation. What is that? Revelation 3:10. Right, the hour of temptation which will come upon all the world to try them who dwell on the earth. And the elect will be here when that happens, by the way. Okay? But anyway, I just wanted to give some, commentary, on that topic of discussion. If anybody made this far into the video, go ahead and put hashtag time in the comment section down below. That's hashtag time in the comment section down below. And I'm going to say shalom.